Hi, everyone. Have you ever tried to hold on to hope while your heart was breaking? It's one of the hardest things that we can do. When life doesn't go the way we expect it to, when we lose someone that we love, when prayers seem to go unanswered, hope can feel very far away. In the Gospel of John, Martha is living in that exact place. Her brother Lazarus just died, and Jesus arrives days later. It's easy to imagine Martha wondering, why didn't you come sooner? Yet when she meets Jesus, she speaks honestly. She doesn't hide her disappointment or her grief. She says, Lord, if you had been here, my brother would have not died. How many of us have prayed something so similar? Lord, if that. If only things turned out differently. If only healing came sooner. If only the pain could have been avoided. Jesus doesn't criticize Martha for her questions. Instead, he says, I am the resurrection and the life. Notice that Jesus doesn't promise a future resurrection. He wants Martha to focus on himself. Her hope isn't in having every answer. Her hope is having Jesus stand beside her. And maybe that's the invitation that we have too. Faith doesn't mean that you need to pretend that grief isn't real. Even Jesus cried at Lazarus' tomb. But faith reminds us that grief is not the end of the story. Jesus is with us in our sorrow. He walks with us when we have questions, and he gently asks us to trust that his promise of life is stronger than death itself. If you're carrying grief or disappointment or unanswered questions, remember Martha today. She brought her broken heart to Jesus, and she discovered that hope wasn't in understanding everything. It was trusting the one who stood beside her. Maybe we can do the same. If you want to dive a little bit deeper, some reflection questions that I'll put in the description are, where am I saying, God, if only what? And what grief or disappointment do I really need to bring honestly to Jesus? And how is Jesus inviting me to place my hope in him today, even without knowing all of the answers? Thanks for listening, and I hope that Jesus, who met Martha in her grief, also meets you today with his peace and promise that hope is never lost. Have a good day.